Idaho Mountain Weather. It's September 30th, 2025, giving you a Lake Creek fire update. Here's a photo I took yesterday of the Black Hawk working the hot spots of the fire with a bucket yesterday. If you're still enjoying this broadcast, we ask you to do a one-time donation, or even better, sign up for that monthly sustaining membership. We got some photos taken from the plane circling the fire yesterday. This is looking south, so this is kind of a little bit harder of an angle for me to depict what's going on here, but you can see the burned areas right here. Let me see if I can actually highlight that better. Here we go. So the burn area is right here. You can see these red marks where the fire retardant was put on it the previous day. It did hop over the ridge into Eagle Creek where it's smoking in this stand here, and then it looks like it got into some of these stands here as well. And then this is looking from the north side here, so and this is Eagle Creek drainage. We'll look at this on a map in a second. So smoking down here, way less heat on the fire yesterday. That big column that we saw the first day wasn't there, just kind of hazy smoke, which is good. It means that burning at a way lower intensity. This is a photo I took looking at the north side. You can see the retardant going all the way across here. They were really trying to stop it from progressing into Eagle Creek with those south stronger or moderate to strong southwest winds the first day, but it did hop into the stand here, and that's kind of what I was a little worried about seeing, because that's just going to be a little bit harder to manage. But that Black Hawk was probably hitting the hot spots there yesterday. They also had 6 engines on site, 1 dozer. Dozer was probably working the ridge lines on the sagebrush slopes. And then they had 2 water tenders supplying. I'm guessing they had some makeshift sprinklers or maybe some hand lines out there hitting hot spots on the ground. And then they had 18 smoke jumpers, which is pretty cool. You don't often see in our neck of the woods here, usually up north more in remote areas. But that just kind of shows you how close this is to town, but how burly this train is to get into. So they might have dropped those the first afternoon. I didn't see that plane. But they were probably working some of these spots up in here in the timber where it's harder to get to. All right. So rainfall, let's talk about those storms that came through last night. Were pretty significant for us. Drop in 0.6 inches, almost up to an inch. This is the Lost River Divide at the top of Trail Creek. So the fire is located right here in between Lake Creek and Eagle Creek. So that's a pretty good aid for the firefighters today to pick up some lightning strikes across the Pioneers and a little to the north. So hopefully none of that started any new fires. Do you want to see, still haven't had the infrared map yet. So we'll just kind of talk about this on Google Earth. So this is if you were kind of standing up on Triple Peaks or Sun Peak area looking over at the fire. I kind of roughly marked out based on those photos where it burned. Did look like it got into the stand here, stand of timber, and then that smoldering was going on up in here too. It's really hard to reach steep terrain for the firefighters to manage. The fire originated somewhere down here and then just hauled its way up these south slopes, burning that sage and grass fairly quickly, and then hopped over the ridge. I'm going to do my best to try to get over there. All right, here we go. So this is the north side. We're looking into Eagle Creek right now. Just want to position this in a way so you can see how far away this is. That's you just can't see it. So here's that last house out Eagle Creek. Here's where the fire is smoldering right now. So pretty far away, well, far enough away from the house, not super far away as they'd probably like it to be. But some of that fire retardant line was thrown down here across this way. We have some smoldering going on beyond that down in here, and this is a pretty hard to reach area. But those rains last night probably helps significantly with that. So without any more information, that's kind of the best of what I got to show you all. I think this thing's going to be pretty wrapped up. They'll probably be entering the mop-up phase. I mean, you could argue that yesterday was the mop-up phase where there is hidden hot spots, but they'll continue to work on it today, I'm sure, and we'll continue to get some rain here and there, so that'll help with higher humidities, keeping those flames from getting bigger.